Feelings?
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting next to Colt, and I kind of just told him it's like a little butterfly feeling in my stomach, just super excited. This team deserves every little bit of it, and so to be in that situation with those guys and celebrate it was fun. It was a surreal moment for sure.
When you see on the screen the blue bloods of college football, the who's who, and this program is lumped into that, what does that say?
Yeah, I mean, it's a props to our guys and just the way that we go and work continuously each day. And there's a rich tradition of football here and success, and so carrying that tradition day by day is something everyone strives for. And I know our team, with the work that we put in, is something that we take pride in for sure.
Is there a better fit than Boise State and Fiesta Bowl?
No, not a single bit.
What are your memories of Boise State playing in 3 Fiesta Bowls? Do you remember any specific game, player, or moment?
No, I don't really remember it. I obviously didn't watch it when I was a kid, but I've been able to see it since I've been here. And like I just said, it's just a tradition, and it's super cool to see all the fun trick plays. And like the Oklahoma game was, I remember our first bowl game we played North Texas. It was on the TV on like replay, so I think I watched it like 2 different times. But no, the Fiesta Bowl and Boise State have a good combination.
Were you nervous at all, or were you kind of projecting this? But in terms of the buy and all that, was there any, like, until you saw it for sure, were you nervous at all, or?
Not really. I had a lot of confidence in the fact that we're going to be able to get a bye.
You guys have been fighting for respect, though, this whole time. What's it like for the committee to actually give it to you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. I always said the group of 5 team, with the one loss to the #1 ranked team in the country, deserves every little bit of a bye. And so it felt good to have the committee kind of get behind that and put us in the position that we are.
Were you doing any game watching yesterday, kind of pulling for teams to help you make that bye a little easier?
Oh yeah, I was, no doubt. Yeah.
You guys talked about you want to do something that's never been done in school history. What does it mean for the first time in school history at the FBS level, you guys have a shot to win a national championship? Is that sunk in yet, Maddux?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it kind of hit me after we won the Mountain West Championship. But we're in a position to seriously do what's never been done before, and the blessings that come from that are next level.
How will you watch the Penn State SMU game? Do you think you guys will watch it as a team? Will you watch it at home?
I'll probably just watch it at home, kind of just sit and watch it, and then basically see who wins, and from there it's game plan.
Now, for that game, is there a certain opponent that you do want to face in the festival?
Honestly, if I had a preference, I'd like to play Penn State.
Why?
Why Penn State? I just think that's another school that has a rich tradition of football, and the name they've kind of built for football is something I've seen growing up as a kid watching, and so it's cool to be in the position we are to play them.
You have this luxury of having 2 buys this season, but it does feel like the games have been stacking on top of each other for a little while now. So what are the benefits of just being able to breathe for a couple days here and not worry about having to jump right back in and prep for somebody?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we went 6 straight weeks, 7 straight weeks of pure football, and so to be able to have a little break, and the biggest part is getting guys healthy. 3 weeks, 4 weeks of just nice little practice, getting better, but also guys getting healthy is huge.
You asked about the Fiesta Bowl, but there's only 3 quarterbacks in the history of the school that have started a Fiesta Bowl game. You're going to join that club. Have you just thought about that, sunk in just the moment, what that crowd's going to be like, the opportunity and the history that you're joining here?
Yeah, I mean, I've been able to think about it, and the opportunity I'm in is just a blessing beyond the skies. Like, if you were to tell me last year I was going to be able to start in a Fiesta Bowl with my brothers that I could hang out with every day, I would go back to that moment and tell you that's awesome, and I'm so blessed to be here in this position. And I know my teammates, all of us are super stoked, and so that's just one thing. There's just going to be a lot of joy being able to play in that Fiesta Bowl, not only by myself but with my guys.
How much do you feel too you're going to be playing for all the little guys or group of 5 teams too, in terms of who knows what the future format's going to be of this thing? You guys have this opportunity. You're getting the bye. Some people are saying you don't deserve the bye. Like, how much that chip on the shoulder are you guys playing to kind of prove that you and other group of 5 schools are good enough to be in this tournament?
Yeah, I mean, you always talk about a chip on your shoulder no matter what, but I do think it adds a little bit of extra just because of the way that the group of 5 is talked about. And so for us to be in a position to kind of put that on a showcase is cool.
The position you guys are in, usually when you go into a game, you know who you're playing. Now you won't know for 13 days exactly. How odd is that going to be for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a little different, but we're just really going to practice for these bye weeks, I guess. It's just like get better fundamentals technique, and then once we find out, it's going to be all go full force.
Maddux, what was Friday night like for you after the game. What time did you guys like finally power down that evening, and just what kind of was the rest of that evening like for you?
Friday night, I probably went to bed at like 2 o'clock, and I just went straight out to my parents' Airbnb, and we just kind of hung out. But it was just kind of sitting up there talking, and I have a hard time going to sleep after games anyways. Just the adrenaline that's kind of built up doesn't really die like that, and so. But it was cool to just kind of reflect on the whole situation of like I'm a Mountain West champ.
Same kind of question for this morning. When you woke up this morning, and we've asked you before in the past, what you do on Sundays? You kind of just chill, hang out, watch movies, hang in bed. This morning you got up and you left your bed and you had this really surreal moment of what you were about to face. How did you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I woke up and it was almost like I woke up anxious just because I was so excited to just be here and kind of get to experience something that's never been experienced before. And then you have all the guys, my best friends around me there. It's just so much joy. And so it was, when I woke up this morning, it was definitely a feeling of anxious just because it's never been done before, and I was excited.
What was Spencer's message to you guys after kind of learning your fate and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of basically attacking the next few weeks, get better, and then once we find out who we play, we're going to get after those guys. And a big part of it, too, was we had the #1 ranked team in the country. We didn't finish that game, and so knowing we're going to finish December 31st was a big deal.
Your process, Maddux, like, would you typically kind of chill, put this away, and then come Monday ready to go, or are you the type of dude that's going to go back to his house and pull up Penn State and SMU tape?
No, I'll probably chill for a little bit, and then once it kind of fits, then I'll start watching deeper. But I'm going to chill for the next couple of days for sure.
Thanks, Max.
Sweet.